Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. My name is Kuovalis, and I am back again, playing Lacuna, better rested. Last time I was just so sleepy that I just kept falling asleep while playing, and I was running out and doing goodness knows what. In fact, I think I might have accused the wrong person by accident since I wasn't really reading my notes all that carefully.
During the train ride, every
Let's
screen in
begin.
the city had been playing news reports about the Liberators' announcement. They were the first violent domestic terror group with a political motive in recent Garian history. But there was something else that struck me about them. This wasn't the usual MO of a conservative group trying to maintain the status quo. It felt much more like revolutionaries hoping to effect change by resorting to drastic measures.
Okay, so I actually cannot remember whether this is where I left off last time or not. Oh, I think we might have to repeat what we already went through. Okay, and he seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey Conrad, this is Officer Wong, my colleague Neil Conrad. Thank you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from here. Conrad, the security guard who called the police is still inside. Let's go talk to him. He works for a security firm named Cox that was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO Albert Cox about the intrusion, or rather his secretary. She told me that he's been at a business meal since 1730. But she said she's asked him to return to the office for questioning soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. Okay, so we're starting from here. I'm not panicking. You are being careless. I want you to promise me that you stay home today, okay? Oh, the officers are here. I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We need to ask you a few questions. Officers, I really don't understand how it happened. I was just getting a coffee in here and then, I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, sir. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Could you tell us what happened from the start? The broadcast began around 1800. Where were you at the time? As I said, I had left my post at the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here. I heard the sound of shattering glass and I ran looking for the noise. When I arrived in the server room, I saw the broken window and the video playing on screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. It all just took a few seconds. Hold on. They managed to climb in, log into the computer, and start that video within a few seconds? It seems that way. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. So to be clear, the video could have only played for a few seconds? No more than 10. And if you stop it here, it immediately stops everywhere? Yeah, the screens across the city just mirror the ones in here. Look, my boss will say it's all my fault, but I swear to you, Okay, thank you. That's all for now. Conrad, I'm sending a sheet to your cell. Have a look around and see if you can find out who started that broadcast. Okay, so we are starting from here. Okay, just a moment, let me just adjust some sound settings. Okay, let's try that. Alright, let's continue here, the broadcast. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything you want to know about your relationship with your boss? Honestly, I can't say he likes me. I think he's been looking for a reason to fire me for quite a while. Something's wrong with my screen here. Right. I think I only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. I see. Anything else you want to know? About tonight. Did you leave the building at any time? Only one time when I went looking for the intruder and I came right back. Did anyone enter the building except for you? Just me and whoever started the broadcast. Can I go home soon? My wife's a Sabian and after that video today, I'm afraid you'll have to stay a little longer and help us find the people behind all of this. I'd feel better if I was with her. Called her earlier and told her to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. I see. That's all for now. Okay, so it looks like my save didn't go through last time, so I'm starting back from the beginning of the last video. Which is good because last video I was so sleepy I didn't know what the heck was going on. So this is fine. Okay, this we can work with this. We're gonna have to repeat a few things, and I honestly can't remember what happened last time anyway. So this is good. All right, let's check my emails. Let's see. Eyes plus thighs plus chest plus. Wow. You must say on dating elite. Make sure to check it soon. Hunt me when I find something. This looks like someone smashed the server room window. This must be the computer they used to broadcast the video. Any help? I'm here. Sir. Doors card scanner. People are logged every time they pass through the door. This model doesn't distinguish between people entering or leaving the building. Okay. There we are. A lot more glass lying outside than inside. Let's check that. Hey Saito, can you do me a favor? Of course, shoot. There's a presence sensor at the entrance of AdSpot's server room. Any chance you can pull its data from around the time the broadcast was started? Give me a sec, I'll check. I got access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I could provide you with a list of every time someone passed through that door around 18 o'clock. Great, that'll be helpful. Alright, sending over to you now. Remember that the sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Gotcha. Talk to you later. Alright. Look at the data. List of presents between 17 o'clock to 1845. 1756. At 1801. And 1802. That's when somebody came through. Sheets. The broadcast was started by question. Okay, so when did somebody go through? Wrong button. Wrong button. Emails. 1756, 1801, and 02. 1801 and 1802. 1801, 1756. When did he leave the room? Wrong button again. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? How about those door cards? I saw that you use a door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah, Cox Security has 2 door cards for AdSpot. This one and another one in a locker at our office. Only our boss, me, and the other guard assigned to AdSpot can open it. They're not personalized or anything. We just grab one at HQ before we come here. Who is the other guard? His name is James Moore. He's been working for the boss for a long time. We alternate shifts here at AdSpot. Today is my turn. Let's see. That's all for now. Alright, so... Cox, Brown, Chen, Moore. Someone smashed the server room window. Okay, logs. Let's see. Broadcast began at 1800. CEO is Albert Cox, and he's been a meal since 1730. So it can't be Cox because he's Well, supposedly he's been at a business meal since 17:30, 5:30. So it has to be Brown, or it is James Moore. Fox, Brown. Who's Chen? Who the heck's Chen? It's not Yuri Brown. Who the heck's Chen? Why is there an option for Chen? I don't know who that is. Is there any information around I can find? Because who is Chen? There's nothing over here. Right? Yeah, there's nothing here. Who is this Chen fellow? And what does he have to do with this mission? Alright, well, let's just forget about Chen for now. What we do know, somebody went into the building and smashed a window from inside. Which means there may not be the door detecting them actually leaving the room. Here we go. So, entrances. This is him, 1756. This must be Brown leaving. This is the other person going in. And then this is Brown coming back in. $1755. No, 1755 is when this mysterious person entered. Okay. So in that case, person can't be Brown. Moore, probably Moore. Cox can't be the guy since he is the CEO. He's been supposedly at the dinner since 5:30. Brown was not it. Well, let's go find more. But who is Chen? Who is Chen? I don't have any notes on who this Chen fellow is. This Chen fellow. Spot Chen. Who is Chen? Whoever is Chen, I can't tell who it is. So we're going to guess that it is Moore. Submit. Alright, scary. I took a look at the broken window. There is a lot more glass lying outside than inside. I'm pretty sure that it was smashed from the inside, not outside. You're saying they broke the window to get out and not in? Exactly. I think that whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it, and ran away. Why break the window at all then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If our perp entered through the front door, they must possess an ad spot door key. That leaves us with a limited circle of suspects apart from the employees of ad spot. 3 people from Cox Security have access to door cards, as well as Cox himself, Brown and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown take turns in surveilling the facility. Any idea which of them started this video? Yeah, someone with the Cox Security door card entered the building at 17:55, shortly before the broadcast began. Can't have been Brown. He passed by the door 3 times since he arrived, which places him inside. Couldn't he have climbed back in through the broken window to avoid the scanner at the door? No, that's evident from the data at the server room door. Saito pulled it for me. There's another scanner there. Only 2 other people have access to Cox's door cards, James Moore and their boss. Cox has been at a business meal since 17:30, so Moore is the only suspect left. Good work, Conrad. I'll send a unit to arrest him immediately. You and I should pay his boss a visit and see what he has to say. Should be back at his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Get to the train. I'll meet you there. Roger that. Why don't you just take the car together? Why do you gotta send Conrad off on his own while you ride in the car? Or maybe it's because he doesn't like to ride cars. I mean, can't blame the guy. If the train is convenience, why not, right? Hey Saito. Neil, good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. I found a deleted message that is extremely interesting. Seems like someone hired him to fetch the data module on Gyara. And here's the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. They have to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel of the network. Those are exclusively accessible to high-ranking executives. That means that whoever sent this message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it practically has to be the CEO. Good job, Saito. Sounds like a solid lead. I'll forward you the message and a list of all the companies in the solar system that match the criteria. I'm also opening a sheet about who is behind the Liberators. Oh, and one more thing. I managed to extract a message from the sniper's cell. Looks like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from our chief. You might want to have a look at that as well. I'll forward it to your cell. Copy that. Talk to you later. Okay. Let's go. Oh, goodness. Saito, you sent me a lot of companies. That's a lot. Place, sector, and specialty. That's a lot. Alright. Gonzalez, I'm sending you detailed instructions for your mission on Gyara. 1845-4. 8:30 in the morning, you will wait for your contact person in the big fountain on Jora's Plaza. She will hand you a data stick that you will take with you when you leave the planet in the evening. As soon as you left the Garen network, you'll be provided with the exact address to send the data to. As agreed, you are strictly forbidden from asking questions or trying to find out what the data is about. Discretion is of utmost importance for this mission. As soon as the module is in my possession, the agreed upon fee will be transferred to your business accounts. It's alright, you probably figured by now that I lied to you about Williams asking me to take care of the handover. Pretty sure you're mad about Sal about that. Sorry for that. Thing is, I have a bad feeling about this whole mission and I really couldn't stand if you got hurt. We promised each other this was the last job. Raising a flag right there. We would accept and then we would get out of it all afterwards. However, over the last few days, I realized that going back to normal after all these years scares the shit out of me. I'm not like you. What I'm trying to say is, if I don't get out of this, I want you to quit nonetheless and do what we were planning to do. I'm sure it will make you happy, maybe not immediately, but surely after a while. If everything goes as planned, I'll be with you in no time, and I'm sure I'll find a way to get used to normal life. If it doesn't, don't look back and don't come looking for me. Sorry, the man's dead. Goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. I swear I'm not that sleepy. I swear. Man, I must have been really sleepy last time. I must have spent like almost an entire session on just this one section. That's embarrassing. Alright, Kara, Palin Markets. Where are we now? Oh. Where do I need to go? Not here. Mind the future. Time to shine. Be a winner. All these ads. Pick up. Hey Gary. Conrad, I'm having car troubles. I'll be there soon. Car troubles, huh? Save it, Conrad. This is literally the first time you got somewhere faster than me. While you're waiting, you could swing by the restaurant where Cox presumably had dinner and check his alibi. We asked for them to send over tonight's surveillance footage. They said that their camera is unfortunately broken right now. Seems to be one of those locations where privacy is part of the service. The restaurant is on the layer above Cox's office and the train station. Go upstairs and take a left. You could have a chat with his wife if she's here. Her name is Yvonne Cox. Roger that. See you in a bit. I'll give you a call when I have an ETA. Car troubles. I guess that's why we're not joining him, huh? Cox security. Can't go inside. I just bought some 6. Oops. Man, all these ads about mining the future. No, unserve it. Oh wow, that's a lot of stands here. Oh, that guy's blocking the way with his huge antenna. Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation? Evening. I'd like to talk to Yvonne Cox. Is she here? I must ask, is she expecting you? Not really, no. I'm sorry, but I can only let you in as part of a reservation. Neil Conrad, CDI. Would you please lead me to Miss Cox? Would you please follow me? Sir. Miss Hendricks. And that's why it's vital that we keep negotiating with them, no matter what Albert says. Miss Cox. Yes? Who are you? Neil Conrad, CDI. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to ask you a few questions. CDI? What did I do to deserve your question? It's about your husband, actually. Well, excuse me, Mr. Conrad. Jacqueline Hendricks, attorney at law. Miss Cox is my client. You realize that she is not obligated to give you any information about... It's okay, Jacqueline. Let's talk, Mr. Conrad. Would you mind if we stepped outside? I need some fresh air. Certainly. Come with me. Jacqueline is a little overprotective sometimes. That's how you know a lawyer is worth their salt. You said this was about Albert? What is it you want to ask me? I was wondering if you could tell me where your husband was around 6 o'clock tonight. We met here with Jacqueline at 17:30 and discussed some business decisions over dinner. About half an hour ago, Albert got a phone call and excused himself. That was us. Sorry for interrupting your dinner. Did Mr. Cox act strange in any way over the last few days? I have no idea. Last time I saw him before tonight must have been 2 weeks ago. Albert and I don't live together anymore. We have all but separated. You're getting a divorce. Maybe. It will be very complicated for our business. I see. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for taking the time. Gary, what's up? I'll be there in 10 minutes. What about you? Did you talk to the wife? Yeah, she corroborates his alibi. Do you believe her? I didn't have the impression she'd lie to protect him. Their marriage is apparently more of a pragmatic arrangement at this point. I see. Listen, I got bad news. Moore's not home. He's on a holiday, according to his wife. She said he went to Minami Tree Resort. We're currently trying to confirm this and get a hold of him. Why don't you talk to Moore's wife? See if you buy that story. Saito says that you're very close by. Move up a layer or two and make a right to leave the markets. You should find her apartment there. Come back to Cox's office when you're done. It's right near the train station. I'll be there in 10. Find Moore's apartments.
On my way up to Moore's apartment, I walked through aromatic clouds of fried rice, fish, and mystery meat. I'd been down to Paloon Market once before, with Catherine. It almost surprised me to see that none of the platforms had collapsed in the years since. People were still selling the same junk, some of it probably stolen halfway across the planet.
Well, sometimes people need to survive while they're selling what they need to. Anybody home? Who's there? Agent Neil Conrad, CDI. I already talked to your colleagues. I know, I'm sorry to bother you once more. You said that your husband went on a vacation. Is that correct? Why don't you come in? How did I get in? Can I see your badge? Of course. Shouldn't you see the badge before letting the guy in? James went to Minami Tree Resort. His flight left last night after work. Is there a way to contact him? He left his cell here because he wanted some peace and quiet. What exactly do you want from him? I hope he's not in trouble. Why would you say that? Does he get in trouble a lot? No, not lately. Wouldn't everyone be worried about the CDI knocking on their door? Not lately. Does your husband have a criminal record? He made some mistakes years ago and he did his time for it. What did he do? His boss asked him to make a delivery of illegal substances. James got caught and his boss said he knew nothing about it. Who was his boss at the time? Not Mr. Cox, I suppose. Oh, it was Cox, alright. James was in prison for almost a year and went right back to working for him. Why? Why would he do that? He didn't hold a grudge at all. Let's say he didn't have much of a choice. It's hard enough finding a job nowadays, even more so with a criminal record. That is true. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. That's all for now. If your husband gets in touch, tell him to contact me. Here's my cell info. Do you mind if I have a quick look around? Look around? Why not? But please don't make a mess. Occidental, highly addictive substance used in lung treatments. 2 news articles of Moores hung up on the wall. I downloaded them to my cell. Oh. Single plates in the sink. Looks like she had dinner alone. Let's check out that lead. What's this? Ed from Harvard. You say you buy my spot. I didn't hear anything. Please call me. I didn't say I would buy it back. I said I would investigate it, Ed. And $500 is a lot of money. Negotiations in Hope Scandal. Oh, this is the first one. Well, this is important. Finally came to a close last Monday. Millick's Mining had made negative headlines almost 16 years ago when hundreds of employees filed a class action lawsuit against the mining giants. Many of them suffered permanent lung damage after allegedly having been exposed to harmful gases over prolonged periods in the mining chamber dubbed Hope on Themis. A long, slow, and expensive back and forth of appeals followed until last week when the Interplanetary Court finally ruled that the company would not be held accountable and did not have to compensate the alleged victims. This conclusion is viewed by many as a great failure of the federal justice system. Neither the mining lobby's system-wide influence nor the Federation's interest in Milik's economic success are a secret, leading to many openly questioning the integrity of the court's decision, as they should. Last week, charges against Cox Security, a delivery van belonging to the company Cox Security, was stopped as part of a routine traffic control. The police found an undisclosed amount of mind-altering substances stowed away under the loading area and arrested the driver on the spot. Facing charges of drug trafficking, the CEO of Cox Security has denied any involvement and claimed the driver was acting of his own accord. If the driver admits fault, he is looking at up to 1 year in prison. So it looks like the driver did admit fault. Excuse me, Mrs. Moore. I have another question. Why did you frame those 2 news articles? They're important to James and me. They remind us of things we shouldn't forget. What things? I'm sorry, but that's really private. Could I ask you to leave now? I'm tired and need some rest. I see. Thank you. Another call. Conrad, how did it go with Moore's wife? Well, she doesn't seem to know what her husband is up to. I took a look around the place though. Good. We need all the information we can get. I'm almost at Cox's building. Meet you there. Alright.
Oftentimes in our investigations, the obvious solution would turn out to be the right one. People usually acted in accordance with their interests and their emotions. Whoever we first thought did it, they often turned out to have done it. With Moore and everyone else we had met so far, it always felt that we were at least one step removed from the truth. Nothing about this case was obvious.
Ah, there you are. Hello, Gary. Conrad, we need to go up here. Cox has been waiting for us for a while. What's with this shabby building? I thought this was a big company. This is just one of their bases of operation, apparently. Listen, Conrad, I just got a call from the AG. She ordered us to arrest Cox. What? From the AG herself? Why? I thought we were just going to question him. Did you tell the AG that we don't suspect Cox of starting the broadcast? I did, but there's been a change of plans. Why does she want us to arrest him? She said that we have a strong reason to believe that he is part of the Liberators. Did she bother telling you what she is basing that on? No. No. We don't have enough time to waste here, Conrad. Let's go get him. If you want to do the talking, I'll see if I can have a look around in the meantime. Sure. I don't think he's gonna give us trouble, but keep on your toes. He's big in the security business after all. Doorbell, very low tech. Where to? Good evening, Mr. Cox. I'm Agent Long and this is my partner, Agent Conrad. Good evening. I'm sorry I don't have more chairs in here. We'll stand. I heard there was a break-in on Mr. Brown's watch. I didn't expect this sort of slip-up from him. I apologize. We're not here for him, actually. Mr. Cox, you are under arrest. You are suspected of providing support for an interplanetary conspiracy. I see. Oh, what the heck? Gary! Shit, Gary. Put down that gun. Immediately. Get out of my way. You just shot a CIA agent. It's over, Mr. Cox. Oh, please don't overestimate your partner. Shooting an agent causes a citywide alarm. They're already locking down the area. No, you're bluffing. I'm not. This is your last chance to surrender. Fuck you. You won't get anything from here. Put down your weapon and turn it around to the wall. Police, drop your weapons right now. It's under control, officer. Stand down. I'm Neil Conrad, CDI. We're coming up. If we see a gun, we'll shoot. Listen to me. I'm CDI. My partner was shot and needs medical attention. Mr. Cox opened fire on us. We're coming in. No sudden movements. I will put away my gun if you keep yours pointed at Mr. Cox, okay? What's going on in here? My partner and I came here to question Mr. Cox. He opened fire on us without warning. Show me your badge. See, I'm CDI. Yikes. Gary. My name is Neil Conrad. This is my partner Gary Long. He needs medical attention. Keep an eye on this guy, please. He is highly dangerous. I have to check on my partner. Okay. Marquez, make sure the building is clear and call for a medical team. I'll keep an eye on the perp. Gary, come on, say something. I'm okay. I'm okay. You sure? I'm sure. Just hit my head when I fell. Oh, thank fuck. You're wearing your vest. Always, when I'm in the field. I see your friend is still alive. Going to be an interesting talk later. Fuck you, I'm not going to tell you anything. I was not ready for that. Fuck. Neither was I. We should have been more careful. Looks like the AG had a point when she asked us to arrest him. I told you the higher ups know what they're doing. Let's have a look around. There's probably something in here that Cox really didn't want us to see. Let's see what he has. Don't move a muscle, Mr. Cox. Just walking by when we heard gunshots. Not saying anything? Okay. Prize from the DE grant years ago. What's this? Gary, come check this out. Looks like Cox was destroying records. I think we interrupted him. Don't touch anything. I'll get a team here to salvage whatever possible. Sounds good. What should I do next? Go home and take a few hours off. Let the adrenaline settle. Sounds good. If you find out something about those drives or the next attack on Mr. Moore, I'll give you a call. Now, go home. I'll let the chief know what happened. Copy that. Anything up here? Work schedules. Work schedules and security information. Let's see here. Something else we haven't found yet. What is it that we missed? Oh, right here. No signs of forced entry. Is that the missing clue? Okay. Looks like that's everything. Alright, time to head back home. Alright, it's time to get on the train. Off to go home. Yara in transit. Hey Neil. Hey Kat, everything alright? No, Laura's disappeared. What do you mean disappeared? I let her go to that stupid party, but she promised she would be home over an hour ago. Have you tried calling her? Of course, but she's not answering. She's probably having fun and forgot the time. But why won't she pick up? It's not like her. Maybe the music is too loud. I'm sure she'll come home once she realizes you tried to reach her. She won't want you to worry for too long. Alright. Hey Neil, you want to swing by for a glass of wine? I'm on the train right now on the way back from work and I'm pretty tired. Is it okay if I swing by spontaneously? Oh yeah, of course. I'm sitting here waiting anyway. If I'm too tired to come and she's still not there in 1 hour, give me a call, okay? Okay. Going back home, the kid's not back yet. Yara, Louisville, 2132, 9 o'clock. And we're back home. After a long day, when you finally get off the stop back home, it's such a relief. Such a relief. I can imagine that's what he feels like right now. That's a crazy situation he just went through. Alright, let's go see Kat. Hey, want to go up to the roof? Yeah, why not? I haven't been up there in a while. It was one of the reasons why we rented the apartment, remember? Of course I do. Getting excited about things is so easy when you're under 24. No, we're quitting. So, how's life going? Okay, I guess. Yours? Same. I know it's silly, but I sometimes still wonder why it didn't work out with us. There was a time when I was so sure we were a perfect match. I've asked myself the same a million times. And I came up with a lot of different answers. We were too young for a kid. I was too focused on a new job. Our place was too small. I wanted to find one good reason to explain it to myself to make sense of it. But honestly, I think we were just bad at it. We couldn't stop fighting about the same small bullshit. And we kept hurting each other for no reason until we reached a point of no return. That's it. Maybe you're right. But that's sad, don't you think? Yeah. Don't worry too much about Laura. I'm sure she's fine. We should be happy for her that she's having a good time at that party. You said yourself that she had some trouble fitting in with the other kids. Yeah, I know, it's just... I think about the shit I did when I was her age. That's probably why I worry so much about her. But you turned out okay, and I'm sure Laura will too. She's smart. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to go home now before I fall off this roof. If Laura isn't home in an hour, give me a call, okay? I will. Thanks for swinging by. Hey, it was nice to be up here with you again. I'll stay a little longer. What a throwback, huh? It was nice. See you soon. Should they be trying again if it didn't work out for them when they were younger? Maybe now that they're older and a bit more experienced and understanding and more matured, maybe it would be okay to try again? But who knows? I mean, I've never been divorced before, so I wouldn't know. Just download the latest news. But I'm sure it's a very difficult situation to be in for them right now. Wait, wrong way. Alright, so let's go home, get some rest. Neil is apparently super sleepy. What are the news? Jovian Foreign Minister Joseph, here's the latest news. Was shot dead by an unknown assassin last night around 1:30. Attorney General Amelia Thorne announced this morning that the CDI has already arrested the suspected killer, but did not elaborate on his identity or motives. Liam Campbell, chief of the CDI's Terror Prevention Unit, which was large part responsible for Banning's visit during his stay, is expected to make a statement of his own later today. Daniel Marav, Savient's Prime Minister of Drovia's colonial governments, called the murder an extraordinary failure of the Garin state, adding it was a scandal that Drovian politicians had to fear for their lives on Garin soil. Drovia today has already spoken to two key witnesses, Mr. Banning's personal guards, Carl Smith and Lisa Morton. They were both present at the villa at the time of his murder. Both are reported to have been treated respectfully by the CDI, and the Garing authorities showed genuine concern and professionalism in the matter. Thank goodness I showed respect. Because if I had tried to intimidate them, that would have been written into the newspaper. Thank goodness! Oh my goodness. Having to work as a public officer sucks. You have to think about your appearance and all that and how they're going to report you. Thank goodness I was careful. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. Because we don't need any more negative press.
Tired gaze in the glass. There were so many things on my mind. Laura's disappearance worried me more than I had shown. I thought maybe it had been the wrong call to let her go to that party. In hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there was
She probably would have just left on her own.
I was curious about his explanation as to why he had opened fire on us. But mostly, I was glad that I hadn't had to shoot him.
Boy, am I glad I didn't choose to shoot him. The bluff worked out. Welcome home, Mr. Conrad. Your visitor is waiting inside. Visitor? I'm not expecting anyone. Who is it? Your visitor is ID unknown. What the? I didn't tell you that I was expecting someone. Why did you let them in? I'm sorry, I did not understand the question. Stupid fucking thing, I'll see for myself. Alright, guns out. Who is it? Who is in my home? Is that Laura? How does she get inside? Oh no, that's not Laura. Laura. You can put that gun away. Who are you? You got a nice place up here. I pay you well. Show me your face. Turn around. Okay. Lila? Who? Oh right, my face. I don't like it, to be honest. Wait, it's you. You're the one who assaulted Lila. I'm Zora. Nice to meet you. Slowly put your hands up. I'm here to talk. Put your hands up or I'll be forced to shoot. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You can make your own decisions. What do you want? We need a guy in the CDI to help us out with a few things. And why the fuck would I do that? We have your daughter. I should have led with that. Oh, are you kidding me? You what? We took your daughter, Laura. No, you're full of shit. You can ask your ex. She's not at home. Where is she? Where is she? She's safe with us. You work for the Liberators, right? I have a record of your conversation with the man who shot Banny. Is stealing little girls really how they're trying to stand up for their ideals? You'd have to ask them. I don't know or care what they believe in. We're just getting paid. You're a mercenary! Or rather, we were supposed to. But then you showed up and botched the final step of the plan. The Liberators paid you, asked you to steal the chief's data and deliver it to them? So you pieced that together already? Yes. What was on that stick that made it so important? No idea. Wait, you don't know it either? I thought you had to drive. I don't, and I don't think I'll get my hands on it anytime soon. Who has it then if you don't? Superiors, if it still exists at all. That complicates things. I guess we'll have to move on to plan B right away. Since the handover went south, the Liberators refused to pay us. We need that data to get our money after all. This is where you come in. If you figure out what the data is about, we might be able to locate it in the CDI database and extract it. I'll send a private sheet to your cell. Submit it to us once you find out. I will do no such thing. Don't be difficult and hand me your cell for a minute, will you? Why? You don't need it to open a sheet. That's for something else. I need to access the CDI's network for a moment. What for? To set up a backdoor for a hack. Why are you telling me all this? I could arrest you right here and... But you won't, and I doubt that you could. I'm telling you this because we work together now. The better you do your part, the sooner our client pays us and the sooner you see your daughter again. If you do anything on my cell, they will trace it back to me. Don't worry, I'll use someone else's credentials. Whose credentials? It doesn't matter. Give me your cell. At least tell me who I'd be throwing under the bus. Gary Long. What? No. His job means everything to him. Is that really more important to you than Laura's safety? Come on, she's your only bargaining chip. I'll try to find out what that data was about. That's gotta count for something. You're definitely not increasing our chances if you don't cooperate now. Gary or Laura. Use my login. You won't want to get yourself in trouble like this. No, you wouldn't want me to get in trouble like this. I'm too important for you. So we agree, it has to be your colleague's credentials. No, use mine. Use my credentials or I'm not giving it to you. Fine, but my boss won't be happy about it. This wasn't the plan, and I'm not letting it go along with your plan. Done. So that's it then? I gave you access and I tell you all I find out about that data? You let Laura go now, right? This was just the first step. If you keep on cooperating, you'll see her again soon. Please, just let her go. She doesn't have to suffer like this. I'll help you anyway, so you'll leave us alone. No can do, sorry. It's not my call. Is this really what you do with your life? Murder and child abduction? I don't have time for this. We're done here. Answer my question. How do you live with yourself? You work for the CDI. Don't you kill and abduct people all the time? Spare me your moral relativism crap. I'm not a mercenary. Sure you are. The CDI is trying to do the right thing. You do whatever the highest bidder tells you to do. The right thing? What kind of childish nonsense do you believe in? You don't have to believe in anything to not be evil. I don't believe in anything in particular. And yet here you are talking about good and evil. Because we know what that is. We have an intuition for it. Bullshit. There's no such thing. We invented it. No. Look, this lizard over there, he's my friend. He has never done anything evil. He can't. All animals just do shit for a while and then they die. Look, are you trying to keep me talking? You can't pretend to not care about anything. In fact, I know you do. You were separated from someone you care about. What are you talking about? The sniper we caught. You care about him, don't you? You want to start a new life. You want to start a new life with him. That's none of your business, but it's funny you mention him. Thanks to you and your colleagues, I won't see him ever again. Didn't you just tell me it was bad to put people away against their will? My daughter didn't harm anybody. Your friend killed someone and might start a war. I'll be back with more instructions.
As soon as the woman disappeared into the night, my facade slipped and I nearly collapsed on the balcony floor. I took out my cell with shaking hands and tapped on Laura's face in my contacts. Maybe. She didn't pick up. I resisted the urge to call Catherine next. I couldn't just tell her about what had happened. She knocked on my door in the early morning, but I didn't open. I tried to decide on a course of action, but I couldn't concentrate. My mind alternated between trying to remember my last conversation with Laura and conjuring up horrible images of her tied to a chair in some basement. Sometime later, my alarm rang. I got up to go to work, not sure if I was ready to talk to Kat. I must have stood outside her apartment for a few minutes when I finally made a decision.
Oh boy, you're putting the decision on me, huh? That is about the something that took place in the something on something. Oh. Can we talk to Kat? Oh man. Should I tell her about it? Do I tell her about it? Should I? This is a job that we do. And technically she is involved. And we have been trying to reconnect again. If I don't tell her, if we don't tell her, then she's going to be crazy worried. If we do tell her, then what? Is she going to do something crazy? We're putting ourselves in the line of fire right now by screwing up with the Liberator's plan by using our login instead of Gary's. This is our daughter. We should talk to her. Should we? No. Maybe? No. Yeah. Neil, where the fuck have you been? I've been trying to call you a million times. I haven't came to your apartments. I'm so sorry, Laura still isn't home. I've called all her friends and nobody knows anything. Looks like she never even went to that party. Shit, Neil, what do I do now? Listen, Kat. You should call the police. This is our daughter. I know what happened to her. What? She was abducted. They took her to blackmail me. I'm so sorry. What are you saying? Who took her? I'm not sure yet. Seems like there are a group of mercenaries involved in Banny's murder. No. They promised me they won't harm her if I do what they say. How can you do that to us? I didn't. It's not like I allowed them to take her. You have to tell the CDI. Maybe they can find out where she is and get her out of there. It's too risky right now. I'm afraid of what they'll do if they find out I snitched. And you think that people who adopted children and murder foreign ministers give a shit about their promises? I'm still evaluating the situation. I'll do everything in my power to keep her safe. What do they want from you? They want me to leak information about the case I'm investigating. About the Liberators. Please, Kat, trust me with this, okay? I won't let them do anything to her. I have to go. I'll call you as soon as I hear anything. And you do the same, okay? Alright, I'll be here all day. boy. Oh, this is heavy. Did not expect Laura. I did not expect Laura to be abducted at all. Oh, that's a heavy bomb to just drop. Being blackmailed sucks. Ah, I hate this feeling. Being forced to do what you don't want to do. Or else something will be leaked out. Ah. Blackmail is terrible. CDI HQ 11 o'clock AM. Or 1100 hours as they use in this game. And we have arrived. Talk to Gary. Got a phone call. Who is this? Dad! Laura, where are you? Why didn't you let them use the login they wanted? Please, Dad, they're going to hurt me if you don't listen to them. You need to get me out of here. They swear they'll let me go if you do what they ask. I know how important your job is to you. Laura, but how bad can the things be that they're asking you? Please, I don't want to finish. I want to finish my novel. Laura, listen to me. Ah! I'll get you out of there. I'll get you out of there, okay? Stay calm and do what they say. I have this under control. We'll see each other soon. I need to go. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Having her call me? Damn, they're doing me dirty. They're doing me so dirty. Any news? Okay, scene right of a movie with screens all over the Capitol playing the radical message. Here's what it said. Hello fellow citizens, we already read this earlier. So far, the authorities have not confirmed that the people sending the message were in fact involved in the foreign minister Banny's death, or what the chilling announcement at the end might pertain to. The Garian Gazette does not support this message and will continue to stand for togetherness and inclusivity in these difficult times. Morning, Conrad. You look pale. Are you sick? No, I'm fine. Hope you got some rest after yesterday's incident. Let me bring you up to speed. The chief said he's making some announcement this morning. Didn't sound good at all. But we'll see in a few minutes. We took Cox in for questioning. You can interrogate him later. But first, you should talk to Saito. He's in our office and has some intel on Moore and Cox for you. Okay, I'm on it. Listen, Conrad. I may have been a little intense these past few days. These are special circumstances. You understand that, right? Sure. It's been hard on all of us. I got to run. Talk to you later. $244 new offers fitting your search requirements. I've been looking for a new house, huh? Higher, highest, rooms 2 or more, smart home package, direct sunlight, public transportation, ways and means. Got some requirements there. Okay, it's not this direction. Where was the office again? I think it was over in the other direction. Here. There you are. Ah, good morning, Neil. Hey Saito, Gary told me you had some new intel for me. Indeed, I put everything on our pinboard over there. Let me give you a quick overview. First, I assembled some basic information on James Moore and his wife. Second, I managed to pull their recent bank statements. Maybe you'll find something useful in there. That's all I could get my hands on for now, but I've got more coming tomorrow. And third, I took a look at the CV of the guy who fired at you, Albert Cox. Guess what I found? He's a Savians, and he grew up on Durovia. Oh, that's a surprise. I suspected he was working with the Liberators. Well, who knows, he still might. What's also interesting is that he changed his name 20 years ago. Shoot, we're running late to that meeting with the chief. I'll tell you the rest on the way. Cox was born as Albert Bolton. His parents owned a big company at the time, Bolton Security Services. They were responsible for the safety of the Savient colony on Durovia. You mean Sector 2? The one that blew up 40 years ago? Exactly. Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over the incident and eventually went bankrupt. When Cox finished school, he changed his name and moved to Gara. That's when he founded his own security company using some grant money. Thank you, Saito. Great work as always. It was nothing. I just did some advanced browsing. But before we go in, I need to ask. Is everything alright? You look not great. Just didn't get enough sleep lately. Thanks for asking. I think everyone's here. Let's start. Thank you all for coming. As many of you know, I've been working for the CDI for 28 years now. I have done everything in my power to defend the values our planet stands for. The principles of freedom, tolerance, equal rights for everyone, and justice have been guiding all of my actions. I have always been proud of our work and our commitment to the Garian democracy. Sadly, the path to justice isn't always clear and we have to make difficult decisions. The murder of Joseph Bani has severely harmed the relationship between our planet and Durovia, and it puts the fragile peace in our solar system at risk. The Domestic Terrorism Division was charged with protecting Bani under my leadership. In light of our failure to do so, the Attorney General and I have agreed that the only appropriate response is for me to resign from my duties at the CDI effective immediately. I hope that separatist groups on Durovia will consider this as a sign of sincere remorse and our intention to make up for the damage that has been done. I enjoyed working with all of you, and I wished you nothing but the best. I hope that each of you will find your way of fighting for justice. I will still be in my office today if there are any open questions or issues you want to talk to me about. My successor will be announced by the Attorney General in the near future. Starting tomorrow, Agent Long will be taking over my responsibilities until a permanent replacement is found. Thank you and goodbye. So that's why they wanted Gary Long's login requirements, credentials. And I threw a wrench in that plan. As I should have. Why can't I go upstairs? There we go. I can't go up here? What's the point then? What's the point of having that staircase? Just don't give me the notification that I can go up. So the chief is resigning, huh? I mean, it's a response that I'm sure everyone kind of expected here, especially when you come to a failure of that proportion. Hello, Conrad. How can I help you? I wanted to say goodbye. It was good working for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have to admit, I'm surprised by your decision. It's not like you could have done much more to protect Bani. Come on, Conrad. We both know that doesn't matter. Heads needed to roll for this. Chief. Why did we arrest Cox? I mean, it looks like it was the right call, but we didn't know at the time. And why didn't you give us the arrest order yourself? The AG didn't tell me why she wanted to do it, so I refused to give the order. So you don't know either? No, it seems like it's classified, same as the information on that stick. I see, Chief. Did she fire you for something else? I overheard your conversation yesterday. Why are you telling me this? It didn't sound like you were arguing over Bani's death. You are aware that you can be suspended for eavesdropping on your superiors. In fact, it seemed like you were suspecting the AG of something. Is that the real reason why she wanted to get rid of you? This one is out of your league. Just respect the chain of command. I see. I'll have to pack up my things now. I wish you all the best for your career at the CDI. Thank you. Your cell contacts haven't changed lately, have they? Haven't changed in years. Good. Nothing new. Alright, let's check this area. I did not expect this. How can you not have expected that? What a day, huh? Why can't I check that news board? That was unexpected. Fuck. I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. I never thought they would pick me. I have to call my wife. Yes, I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Got to admit, she never really liked it. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. As someone had to get fired for Banny's death, just for the optics, don't you think? Maybe. But the chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberator's threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we got so far. Alright, listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap up. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about our chief's sudden retirements. However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go over everything we've got so far once more. Rovia's foreign minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Boyd. Boyd then went to see a woman called Zora, who seems to have been a deviation from the original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with confidential stolen data. The next morning, Boyd met with another man to hand him that data, Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of the Drovian company Power Up. We were able to extract a deleted message from Gonzalez's cell, which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Garian network. This leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best kept secrets of the Garian government. We don't know who paid either of them, but the message to Gonzalez was sent via an encrypted channel on the Mercurius network. That means that it must be one of the higher-ups of a large, publicly traded company. We don't know what was on that data stick, because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Science terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcasted a video in which they claim responsibility for Banny's murder. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. The broadcast was sent from the ad spot building. They operate all the billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of that same company, James Moore. His wife says that he went on a holiday at Manami Tree Resort, but he never turned up there. We are currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success so far. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the Attorney General. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. He had been in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived. Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. Do we think that Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He certainly is involved with them in some way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. We have to assume that there is some bigger fish behind Cox. What's also strange is that he is also a Savian himself. He grew up on Durovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Calroy, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Young, we brought him some stuff from Cox's office. Work your magic on it, let us know if you find something. Saito, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Okay, Moore's motive. Take a look at all the evidence we've got so far, including the information Saito put up on our pinboard. You should also have a chat with Cox. We brought him into the interrogation basement in the basement. Well, in the interrogation room in the basement. Roger that. That's all for now. One last thing. Do any of you guys know how Agent Reed from the response team is doing? I do. He was hit by 2 high-velocity rounds that penetrated his vest. He can't move his right arm, and it's a long way to recovery, but he'll get there. Thanks for letting me know. We should send some flowers to the hospital. But right now, let's get to work. Come back to me when you got something. Right. New sheets. Okay. What a day indeed. Oh dear, that's a lot of information. This is Moore's bank statements. Let's see here. Subscription number 402. Account balance is 8150. Wow, that is a big $10,000. Okay, let's see here. He needed a prescription. Salary from Cox Security, 1840. Line maintenance on sour implants. Pharmaceuticals, 200. Frisco groceries. Compensation maintenance. Herman's bar. Groceries. Subscription. Rejected, insufficient funds in accounts. Chargeback. Emmy's baby deposits. Pregnancy test. Securities. $10,000. Subscription. Okay. Damn, that's a huge payments. James Moore. Is that like a mugshot or just a random photo? Why would he be wearing a hoodie? Anyways, 1814 to 1822. Junior security professional. And then he was fired. He was imprisoned and brought back, accepted the same job at a higher pay. Senior security professional. Fined for bodily harm. Fined for attempted theft. 6 months in prison for transporting. Only 6 months. Which means he didn't apply. What's the word? He didn't admit to guilt then, because if you admit, then it's up to one year in prison in this planet. Brain enhancement, resistance against mind-altering drugs, extended field of view, reaction augments, shortened reaction time, increased hand-eye coordination. Okay, Evelyn Moore. Hiding professional for Malik's mining. Hope on Themis. Fine for petty larceny. Nothing else. Okay. Let us go meet our suspect in the basements. How do I get to the basement? Oh, right here. Good evening, Mr. Cox. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm waiting for my legal team. You fired at my partner and me. Care to explain? I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast makes it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. A quick look at your biography showed that you are Savians, and you grew up on Drovia. It doesn't make sense to that you'd support an anti-Savian terror group. 25 years ago, you moved to Yara. Why? Sometimes life forces us to do things we don't want to. You don't like it here? I don't. Why not? Why don't you ask that yourself and your fellow Garians? You consider Drovia your enemies and Savians backwards radicals. If you have the choice between hiring a Garian and a Drovian, you hire the Garian. All the missions we ever get come from Drovia. Why haven't you gone back then? Because my compatriots are happy to know that they have a reliable partner for their companies here on Gyara. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it. Your parents had a security company as well, didn't they? Responsible for security at Oh, I don't remember this. Sector 2? Looks like they didn't do such a good job with Sector 2 blowing up and all. You know nothing about my parents. I've already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Nationalism, sick wife, drug addiction, nationalism most likely. Submitting the sheet is the only thing I need to do, right? Wait a minute. Cox. That was Cox. Okay, so it's not these three. Still missing information. Wait. Is that seriously? Are the clues? Seriously? There is more clues somewhere around here? Where would it be? Maybe in the other rooms. Okay, nothing here for me. Anything up here? Oh. Wait. Okay, already visited everything here. What are these clue markers then? Nothing here. Where's the chief's room again? Oh dear. Ooh, the sleepiness is starting to hit me soon. Okay. Already been here, right? Okay. Submit the sheet. Drug addiction, sick wife, nationalism. It's gotta be nationalism. Because it was James Moore who had to deal with the money issue. And then for Brown, it was his sick wife. So this one must be nationalism. Conrad, I just read your sheet on Moore. Looks like a motive can be established. You should pay his wife another visit. She didn't seem to know anything today, or yesterday. Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive. Roger that. Okay, are you gonna catch up with the car? so, then you're gonna get there before I do. How do I get out of this building? Like this. Not in here. Okay. Oh, there. Oof. Feeling a bit sleepy. I feel like I'm missing some clues though. See? Missing 2 clues. Okay. I am actually starting to drift off. Hmm? How come I cannot run? Oh, that's why. Now we actually go home, right? The train. So, Gara, Palin Market, 1600 or 1800. Alright, just hold on. Anyway, sorry, I did cough.
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. It was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.
Certainly a rough situation. Off to talk to the wife again. Hello again. Hello, Miss Moore. Oh, it's you again. Hello. Sorry to disturb you a second time, but I need to ask you a few more questions. So you're still after my husband. I told you he is on vacation on Themis. He isn't. We checked the ID scanners of all spaceports on Gara and Themis. He never left the planet. You must have overlooked something. Listen, I love James, but he's just a poor devil. Shouldn't the CDI be taking care of the big fish? James isn't one of them. I think you are underestimating your husband. He might be about to make a grave mistake. Did you see the Liberators video yesterday? It was hard to miss, yeah? We have reason to believe that your husband is affiliated with them. Seriously? That's what you came up with? He might have sold drugs or started a fight once or twice, but this is completely out of his league. We did some research and it seems like your husband has a strong motive. He's a nationalist and he has an opportunity to stick it to the Savient minority. What are you on about? We're not even from Gyara. James was born on Femus. He's certainly not a nationalist. In fact, we both kind of hate it here. Fine, but it looks like I don't care what it looks like to you. You're on the wrong track. Please leave me alone. You're wasting my time, and that's saying something. If you need a culprit, go talk to Cox. He's rich enough to be an actual criminal. Wait, what? Did I screw something up? Oh, I screwed something up. I thought this was talking about Cox. No. No, it's not nationalism. It was his sick wife. Oh, no, I screwed that up. I screwed up. I read that sheet wrong. Damn it. I read that sheet completely wrong. Reading comprehension has failed me. My reading comprehension has completely failed me there. Ah, oh, damn it. You again. Hey, fuck. You startled me. What do you want? Check in with how your investigation is going, but not here. Too crowded. Follow me. Come on. I know a spot. Oh. This is better. The hell are you doing here? Are you following me? I told you I'd get back to you. Anything new on our client or what they're planning to do next? Not yet. I'm still working on it. That's disappointing. I need some results if I'm going to protect your daughter. We're making good progress. I'll have something for you soon, okay? I hope so. You want a beer? Might be drugged. You out of your mind? What? You think I poisoned it or something? Yes, I do. I thought you said humans were good. Have a little faith. I'm not drinking it. Hey, listen. You know, I thought about what you said. I don't think I'm good, or ever have been, but I will say this. I talked to your daughter today. She's a good kid. I do not like the prospect of her getting hurt. So please, don't mess up. How can you? Then get her out of there. Please. Well, my boss won't let that happen. It's all in your hands. If you don't find anything about their next target soon, we'll need your help with the hack. The back door was set up successfully from your cell. Let's hope we won't have to use it. I have to admit, that was pretty ballsy of you to protect your partner like that. You could even call it selfless. I don't think there's such a thing. No matter what you tell yourself, at the end of the day, you do what you do for your own gain. Sometimes it's a few layers removed. In the end, it's all selfishness with extra steps. I disagree. This is just a convenient way to justify the fucked up things you do. Nihilism can be used as a shield, just like faith. It's convenient to say nothing matters because it makes being in this world hurt a little less. But even you don't like the thought of harming Laura, do you? I think you're doing your best to ignore your conscience. You will have to face it at some point. Not if I die first. Well, this has been fun. Break is over. I have some business to take care of. I'll check in again soon. Damn it. I am so upset that I failed my reading comprehension. Hello, this is Ed again. Did you answer my last message? I dropped in my cell. It got wet, so please send the message again. I need my old berth back. Ed, sorry, I can't pay $500. God damn it. I am so upset with myself. Conrad. How did it go? Any news from Moore's wife? No, not really. If Moore is behind all this, then she doesn't know about it. Fuck, the tax going down tomorrow morning and we still have no clue what it's going to be. How is it possible that we don't get a grip on these fuckers? Looks like the only thing we can do is ramp up security all over Gyara and hope they won't go through with their attack. Go home and get some sleep. Talk to you later. Ugh, I should be getting some sleep. I completely screwed up that message. I thought we were talking about Moore. Not Moore. Cox, not Moore. Damn it. Got the people mixed up. That is upsetting because I know what the right answer was, but I answered incorrectly on the answer sheets. Ah, that's the worst type of mistake to make. Yara, Lovell. Objectives up. Talk to Cat, go to sleep. Let's go talk to Cat. Neil, anything new? No. Shit, I'm so scared. What if those people are lying to you? What if they never plan on letting her go? I've talked to them. They've assured me they're only after the data. They'll keep their word, okay? Tell you what, if we don't have her back by tomorrow, I'll come clean and ask the CDI for help. Okay, yeah, okay, that sounds good. Hey Neil, I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Same. I kinda miss talking to you these last few years. I'm so sorry I didn't spend more time with you and Laura. I just couldn't. It hurt. I know how selfish that sounds, and it is. It sucks. No, I understand. I can relate. I always asked you to take care of Laura more, but sometimes I felt like doing it by myself was easier than seeing you again and again. Do I hug? Don't hug, hug, don't hug. We've been on a good path. I'll get home and catch some sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you. How did I mess up that answer sheet? Hey Saito, what is it? Hey Neil, I have some good news. Our IT department finally managed to retrieve some of the data that Cox was trying to destroy. Most of it are bills and contracts that aren't important for our case. Still pretty illegal though. But they also found a message that caught my eye. Looks like the one to Gonzalez. It was sent via the Mercurius network. Pretty sure it comes from whoever is behind Liberators. I'll forward it to your cell. Good work, Saito. I'll have a look at it tomorrow morning. Need to catch some sleep first. Sounds like we're finally making headway in our investigation. See you tomorrow.
You may be asking yourself how I remained functional throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse under the pressure and the looming prospect of losing my daughter forever. I think the truth is that over the years, I had gotten really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me, that had always told me horrible shit. This was just adding to it. More to repress, more bubbling beneath the surface. Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
Just in case. Oh, she is back here again. We just spoke. There you are. Zora, what is it this time? Still nothing new on the next attack? No, I'll need a little more time. My boss is starting to think we might have picked the wrong guy to work with. He decided to give your morale a little boost. No, please, leave Laura alone. Neil, I told you I didn't call the shots. My boss is getting impatient. She just moved from her room to one of her interrogation cells. It's pretty damp and cold in there. Just a matter of time until she gets sick. You fucking monsters. If she gets harmed in this, Neil, I will find the guy, okay? Tomorrow. Give me until tomorrow. Neil, listen to me. Forget the guy. This is taking too long. New plan. We're willing to give you one last chance. We'll have to rely on that backdoor to the CDI network after all. Taking the data back seems to be the best way to get our money right now, but we need your help to go through with it. Here's how this will go. At 7 o'clock tonight, our hackers will commence the attack. It will only work if we have someone who is physically at a CDI computer at that time. A new user named 4x458 will pop up and request admin privileges that you'll have to grant. Zora, I have no idea what that means or how it works. I don't even know if my account can do that. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess you'll have to ask a system administrator to help you out. How do you think that will go? AIT, could you help me invite some hackers into our network? Isn't there someone on your team that you can ask? Someone who will believe you if you tell them you're doing the right thing. No. You're talking about Saito. I can't. What if he says no? That's for you to figure out. You're good with words. Force him if you have to. Once we're in, we won't have much time until we're kicked out from the system automatically. We'll have mere seconds to navigate to the right folder. In order to make it in time, we need to have an idea where to find the data, for which in turn we'll have to know what that data is about, and that's your job to figure out. How's that sheet going that I sent you? I'm making progress, but I'm not sure if I have all the information I need. Then hurry up. You have to submit it by 1900 so we can start the hack. Well, what's another screw up? Okay. I'll call you once you've sent me the sheet. Make sure you're on a CDI computer with your friend to let us in. Put the data on a stick and hand it to us at 11 tonight. I'm sending you the coordinates to our meeting spot. It's a bit further out, so make sure to be on your way in time. If we get to the data tonight, I promise you'll have Laura back tomorrow. It will be the last thing we ask of you. How am I supposed to believe you'll let Laura go? You can't know. You'll have to take my word for it. If I drag Saito into it, and he tells anyone, I'll lose my job. I'll probably go to prison. Throw me a bone. I need to know she'll be fine if I do this. Tell me it makes a difference to you. It can't mean nothing to you to take a young life. It isn't up to me. You keep saying that, but isn't it really? Do you have zero control over what happens? If you can do something, please tell me. It isn't all the same to you if she lives or dies. Do what I say, and she'll live, okay? What if things go south? If Saito won't help me? If we don't have the right folder? You keep dodging the question. Tell me a human life has some value to you. It would end at some point anyway. Well, give me a break. Everything is so easy if nothing means anything. Whatever. Your badge and gun betray you. You're a murderer like me. You're wrong about that. There's only one person whose death I'm directly responsible for. And you know what? It fucks me up. It's been years and it still fucks me up. Is that so? I was chasing down a perp in a car, lost control, crashed into a building. The woman inside was dead on the spot, so quickly that she couldn't feel any pain or fear. It's what they said to me. And they didn't put you away for it. No, they didn't. Look, most people are garbage. There's a good chance the world is better off without her. You're trying to console me? No, it's just a statistical fact. Wouldn't you agree that the world would be much better off without most people within it? Human life has inherent value. I don't agree. Human life has inherent value, and a bad person can always change. I've said what I've come here to say. You know what needs to be done? Zora. Oh dear. Because $500. I talked to him, but couldn't. Let's see here. Let's go to sleep. All right. I think I should be heading off as well. It seems like a good spot. I already screwed up reports. So let's get some rest, just like him.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while.
No, we're waiting until next time for that. Alright, until next time, we'll figure things out and try to fix these mistakes we've made. Until then, have a good night. Get some rest, everyone. You need some rest. We all need to rest before we do any important decisions, like answering homework questions or handing in your report to work. You need to get some proper rest so that you don't make easy, simple mistakes that could have been avoided. And so with that, have a good night and take care.